Every predator on the ancient savanna could have killed us without breaking a sweat. We could not outrun a lion, outbite a hyena, or outmuscle a bear. Even our closest relative, the chimpanzee, is far stronger than we will ever be. So how did the slowest, weakest ape on the plain become the last one standing? The truth is not luck, and it is not one secret trait. It is 5 hidden weapons hiding in plain sight, and today we uncover every one. This is the real story of how humans survived, told through fossils, tools, and ancient DNA. Most people believe early humans were hunted constantly, saved only by chance and desperation. That belief is mostly wrong, and the real story is stranger and more impressive. 7 million years ago, in the forests of Central Africa, our ancestors first stood upright. From that single choice, a chain of changes began that no other animal on Earth ever matched. Across millions of years, our ancestors were tested by saber-toothed cats, freezing ice ages, and starvation. Most of those ancestors vanished completely, leaving only bones and broken tools behind. One line somehow survived every single test, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly how. Before we reveal the weapons, we have to admit just how weak our ancestors really were. Compare early humans to the animals sharing their world, and the odds looked impossible. Lions, hyenas, and giant saber-toothed cats all hunted the same plains our ancestors walked. Scientists studying muscle tissue found that chimpanzee muscles produce about 1/3 more raw power than ours. Our canine teeth had also shrunk, leaving us with nothing close to a predator's bite. In a fair fight, almost every meat-eating animal nearby could have won in seconds. This is not opinion. It is written into the fossil record itself. Early human sites sit right alongside saber-toothed cat fossils, proof that danger was constant. If survival were only about strength, speed, or sharp teeth, our story should have ended here. But evolution was quietly building something far stranger than muscle, and it started with the way we walked. The first hidden weapon was not a weapon at all, it was our strange, upright walk. Scientists have long asked why walking on 2 legs was worth the risk of standing exposed. The answer only makes sense once you understand what upright walking eventually became. Around 3.66 million years ago, at a place called Laetoli, footprints were pressed into wet ash. Those footprints prove our ancestors were already walking upright long before their brains grew larger. Bipedalism came first, and intelligence came later, which flips the story most people believe. By about 2 million years ago, the body of Homo erectus had transformed even further. Long legs, springy tendons, and a body built for distance turned our ancestors into endurance machines. Most predators are explosive sprinters, built for a burst of speed, then exhaustion. Humans sweat instead of pant, letting us shed heat while running for hours under the sun. That single difference meant we could chase prey long after a lion or hyena had to quit. We were never built to win a sprint. We were built to win the marathon, and in nature, that changes everything. The second hidden weapon was sitting at the end of our arms the whole time. Ask most people when tool use began, and they picture cavemen banging rocks together for fun. The real timeline is far more shocking than that image suggests. At a site called Lomekwi, researchers found stone tools dated to 3.3 million years ago. That is older than the earliest confirmed fossils of our own genus Homo. Something was deliberately shaping stone before the humans we picture even existed. Our thumbs are long, strong, and precisely controlled, built for a forceful, exact grip. That grip let our ancestors strike stone at the perfect angle to create a sharp edge. A sharp edge meant cutting hide, splitting bone, and reaching food no claw or tooth could reach. Tools turned soft, weak hands into the deadliest advantage in the entire animal kingdom. The third hidden weapon did something no other predator on Earth could ever do. It created warmth from nothing. Most people assume fire was discovered once, in one dramatic flash of insight. The evidence tells a much slower, messier story. At a site called Gesher Beno Yaakov, burned seeds and wood dated to nearly 790,000 years ago were found clustered together. That pattern suggests fire was already being used in the same chosen spots, again and again. At Chasm Cave, ash and burnt bone appear repeatedly, close to where animals were butchered. This means fire was not a rare accident. It was becoming part of daily survival. Fire pushed back predators that feared the flame, keeping camps safe through the night. It let food be cooked, making calories easier for the body to absorb and use. It stretched the day past sunset, giving our ancestors time to talk, teach, and plan. Even Neanderthals mastered fire well enough to melt tree bark into glue for their weapons. Fire did not just keep humans warm, it rewired how we lived, worked, and connected with each other. The fourth hidden weapon let our ancestors kill from a distance, without ever risking a claw or a bite. Picture trying to kill a horse with your bare hands, and you will understand the problem our ancestors faced. At a site called Schöningen, in Germany, archaeologists uncovered wooden spears next to butchered horse bones. Those spears are about 400,000 years old, made before modern humans even existed. This proves planned, organized big game hunting was happening far earlier than scientists once believed. By around 71,000 years ago, humans were heat-treating stone to make it easier to shape into blades. That heated stone became tiny, deadly points fitted onto spears and darts. A spear meant a kill could happen from several feet away, not face-to-face with a wounded animal. Some researchers argue humans also chased prey for hours, until it collapsed from exhaustion in the heat. Whether by spear, by chase, or by both, the goal was the same: kill without ever needing to grapple like a lion. The fifth hidden weapon is the one scientists now believe mattered more than all the others combined. Ask why humans succeeded, and most people answer with one word: intelligence. But a smart individual, alone in the wild, still starves, still freezes, still dies. What actually changed everything was our strange, almost obsessive drive to work together. Researchers studying human cognition describe our minds as built for shared goals, not solo genius. Two humans planning a hunt together could take down prey that would kill either one of them alone. That kind of teamwork required something else entirely, a way to share information cheaply and quickly. Language let one person's discovery become everyone's knowledge, passed on without losing a single detail. A single hunter who found a watering hole could tell the whole group in minutes, instead of that knowledge dying with him. Over generations, this turned into what scientists call cumulative culture, knowledge stacking on top of knowledge. Every new trick, every safer trail, every better spear design got saved instead of forgotten. No claw, no fang, and no burst of speed can compete with an idea that never disappears. This is why many researchers now believe cooperation, not muscle or brainpower alone, was our true superpower. It explains something strange: why weaker, slower humans eventually replaced stronger, faster rivals across the entire planet. Here is where the story takes a turn almost nobody expects. Humans were not the only advanced species on Earth. We shared the planet with other humans. Neanderthals lived across Western Eurasia for over 350,000 years. They were not the dumb, brutish cavemen from old textbooks. They used fire, made tools, and even crafted glue. In 2010, scientists sequenced DNA from a single finger bone found in a Siberian cave. That tiny bone revealed an entirely new kind of human, the Denisovans, unknown until that exact moment. So why did Neanderthals and Denisovans disappear, while our line survived? Ancient DNA gives a surprising clue. Some Neanderthal communities were tiny, sometimes as small as 20 people. A group that small is fragile. One bad season or one disease could end it completely. Modern human populations tended to be larger, more spread out, and more connected to each other. More people meant more ideas, more mates, and a much better chance of recovering from disaster. And here is the twist: we did not simply replace the others, we absorbed them. Most people outside Africa today carry a small percentage of Neanderthal DNA in their own genome. Those genes did not vanish, they mixed into us, quietly shaping who we are right now. Even with every one of these advantages, our ancestors almost did not make it at all. A genetic study published in 2023 suggested something startling about our ancient past. Researchers estimated our breeding population may have dropped to around 1,280 people. That decline is estimated to have lasted more than 100,000 years, nearly ending our species. Some scientists still debate the exact numbers, but the warning inside the data is clear. Our species came far closer to extinction than the confident, dominant image we have of ourselves today. Climate swings opened and closed migration paths again and again, deciding who could move and who was trapped. Ice ages froze entire regions, cutting off groups and forcing sudden, desperate adaptation. Clothing appeared as one answer, and strangely, we know this partly from lice. The genetic split in human lice suggests regular clothing may date back roughly 170,000 years. Now let's clear up a few things almost everyone still gets wrong about this story. Myth: bigger brains came first, and everything else followed. Fact: upright walking came millions of years earlier. Myth: only modern humans made real weapons. Fact: Other human species were spear hunting before we even existed. Myth. Fire was invented in one single moment. Fact. It was a slow mastery stretched across hundreds of thousands of years. Myth. Neanderthals vanished because of one climate disaster. Fact. Competition, small groups, and interbreeding all played a part. Myth. Modern humans never mixed with other human species. Fact. Their DNA is inside most people alive today. Myth. Persistence hunting alone explains human success. Fact. It was one useful strategy among several, not a single master trick. Every one of these corrections points toward the same conclusion. The real story is more impressive than the myth. So which weapon actually saved us? The legs, the hands, the fire, the spear, or the group? The honest scientific answer is that no single trait can take the credit alone. It was the combination, stacked together, reinforcing each other generation after generation. Endurance let us chase, hands let us build, fire let us cook and gather at night. Weapons let us strike from a distance, and language let every discovery outlive its discoverer. Layer all five together across millions of years, and a slow, fragile ape became unstoppable. We were never the strongest animal in the room, we were simply the one that refused to face danger alone. That single choice, to survive together instead of alone, is the real reason you exist today. There is still one piece of this story we have not told you. It involves a single overlooked discovery that scientists say may explain why our brains grew at all. That story is too big to rush through here, so we gave it its own full video. If you want to understand the real reason the human brain exploded in size, that video is waiting for you right now. Understanding it will change the way you see every single choice your ancestors ever made. Go watch it next, because the story of how we survived is only half finished.